Hey, what's going on everyone? MONADO Max here, and today we are doing another video games pickup video. Now, I want to quickly address, because I feel like somebody in the comments is going to point it out, my hair is wet. I just got out of the shower. I did not feel like waiting for my hair to dry, because I want to be able to record a video and play some video games tonight, because I'm off tonight. So, I figured it'd be best to show what video games I picked up, because this is the after Christmas shopping. If you guys remember the last pickup video, I told you I would more than likely have a lot of games to show off because we have after Christmas shopping and me going to the limited run game store. And I have a lot. I have a Nintendo Switch problem. In fact, I'm actually scared to put, because what I do with the games that I have for like videos to do this whole video series, I don't put them on the shelf yet. That way I don't get them mixed up with other things. I have no space. I don't know what in the world I'm gonna... I do have a new shelf coming. I think it's gonna be like March. We have a new background coming. I think a lot of people will be a fan of it. It's just gonna be around March or April, most likely, when it comes to fruition. Anyways, we have a lot, and I think a lot of people are curious about the limited run stuff. We're saving limited run as the last thing. Obviously, I'm a big supporter of GameStop, as you guys know from the YouTube shorts. GameStop always does a buy two, get one free sale right after Christmas on their pre-owned games. So I go out of my way to go to multiple GameStops that day because a lot of the times I can find some really good stuff, stuff I've been waiting for, stuff that I've never even knew existed, just really cool stuff. So the day after Christmas, I went exploring, and we have a lot of things that I bought just off after Christmas shopping. This is a lot right here, but I bought more at the limited run store. I have problems. All right, starting off, we got Eastward. Now, this is a game that I have heard a lot of people talk about. It was a game that I've seen gameplay of that looks very interesting, and I have actually tried to buy the physical copy 3 separate times, and what has ended up happening all the times GameStop is either A, don't have it, 2, they were supposed to have it but they just don't have it, 3, it's been removed from inventory. That's actually the recent thing that just happened. It was removed from inventory, that they weren't even supposed to sell it at all. They could sell pre-owned copies but not new copies anymore. So this is actually an out-of-print Switch game. You might see this on the iconic, I guess, since you guys love those videos so much. Rare Switch games to buy, and I'm very happy to have this. I think this is such a cool cover, and I look forward to hopefully someday being able to play these games. Like I said, it's disappointing that I've become more of a collector than a gamer. It's probably hard to believe, but I used to play a lot of games. I think you guys could probably get that idea from when we did this Switch collection video a few weeks ago, because even my editor was like, wow, you've actually played a decent amount of games. It's because I used to be able to play games. When you have 2 jobs and all the responsibilities between after those jobs, it's really hard to do. Like, don't grow up. That's the best thing I can, well, you do want to grow up, but enjoy it while it lasts, and in due time, I'll be able to go back to 1 job, because this will be the full-time job one day. Got Death Mark. This is a game that I have always been interested in, particularly with the cover. I believe it is a visual novel from my understanding. And listen, I love horror games, and this is a horror game. I want to have a collection of horror Nintendo Switch games because I love horror. I don't talk about it a lot. Especially when you guys see the updated room tour, you'll see a little bit more horror in there, but I love horror. I have met so many people like, you know, Bruce Campbell, Robert Englund, I've met Kane Hodder, I think that's how you say his last name. I'm a big horror fan, and I love horror games, and it's so cool to have the Nintendo Switch have so many good horror games. I didn't know this came out physically for the Switch. I knew it was out digitally, but when I saw it, I was like, okay, I gotta get this. 2 Point Hospital. I know 2 Point Campus came out physically for the Switch because I own that for the Switch. I had no idea this was physically. I literally don't know how I missed that, but this was the first time I've ever seen the game in store, and I saw it at GameStop, and this is why I love this sale, because, but this is particularly why I love the Switch so much. there's so many physical copy games for the Switch out there that we don't even know exist. And there's so many games that never got physical copies on other consoles but did on the Switch. Switch is such a unique console, and I'm excited for the future because I do think the Switch is here to stay in some forms with a new console. I don't know, it's pure speculation. Fist. Now, I saw this and I looked and I was like, I've never heard of this game. Then I looked on the back of the cover and this looks like a very, very fun game. I had to get it. It's apparently a steelbook, and I'm not the biggest fan of steelbooks. We've talked about it a lot on this channel. The only times I like steelbooks is when it comes like this, where it comes with like a little slip cover that looks like a normal Switch case. Because if you have a steelbook, like let's pull out the steelbook right now. It looks so odd with your regular red spine Nintendo Switch games. I'm not a fan of it. I know people love steelbooks, but for me, as a collector, I guess, as somebody that loves to display stuff, I'm not a fan. I guess since I already have it out, I'll go ahead and show you guys the steelbook. I mean, it's a cool design, it's a cool steelbook, but like I said, I'm not a fan of the steelbooks. I personally would prefer to get rid of them. Just because I think it's weird. I think it's very weird to have it, and that might be a controversial take right there. Super Bomberman R2. I loved the first one. It was one of the first Switch games I picked up. It was a Switch launch title. I was very surprised that this got a sequel, and at some point I'll play this, but I don't know if I'm going to have as much fun because I had a lot of fun because I was playing with friends with this. I expect the single player experience not going to be as fun. Candle, The Power of Flame. Now, the reason why I have this, I know nothing about it, but I was buying so many games at GameStop, I had to find something to add to the buy two get one pile, and this was something that I had never heard of, and it looked like a cool cover, something I've never heard of, and I was like, you know what, throw it in the pile, because the stuff else that I was seeing just wasn't really interesting. And I was buying new stuff, as you saw with the Bomberman R2. And they also had, I'm afraid to say this, I think I know how to say this, but I'm not confident in myself. So I don't, because I know this has become a very popular game. I heard of this game, I saw it, I think it actually got some Game Award nominations this year. And I didn't know it came to Switch, so I was like, let me pick this up. This is another game that at some point I will play, and it's going to be exciting. You know, the way I see my collection, I'll be able to go back when I'm old and be like, I got a Blockbuster full of Switch games. You can just grab a random game and be like, ooh, gaming time. I don't know. I think it's cool. Moon Scars. Now, again, this is something I've never heard of, but when I saw the back of the case, I thought that this looked like a very intriguing game. It came from Humble Games. They typically publish a lot of games, and most of the time, the stuff, everything that I own from Humble Games that they've published, they've never let me down. So you know what? I think I actually got it way cheaper. I also had a GameStop gift card. I had $150 to use in GameStop gift cards. So a lot of this I didn't have to spend my own money for. It just was gift cards. So I was like, add it to the pile. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Now, this is a game that I've seen ever since it was revealed at a Indie World presentation, and the gameplay always intrigued me. I've always been kind of interested in playing Jet Set Radio. I've never gotten into playing it though, but it was something I always wanted to play. I had known about it from, actually weirdly enough, a Minecraft YouTuber. For some reason, this Minecraft YouTuber, he would do Minecraft videos, and then for whatever reason he just decided to do Minecraft videos still and then do a Jet Set Radio playthrough. Saw a few videos of that and I was like, wow, this looks very interesting. One day I'm going to play this. So I stopped watching his playthrough on that. That way I would at some point play it. And this is obviously heavily inspired by that game. And it's funny because anytime a company makes a game that's inspired by a game, the game somehow comes back to life. Like Jet Set Radio is getting another game. There was that Super Mario RPG inspired game that came out last year that was heavily inspired by Mario RPG. And then within the same year, Mario RPG came back. It just seems to be whenever someone's making like a spiritual successor, the actual successor comes back like within the same timeline, like not far apart. So interesting. But I heard this was a decent game, I think. I was surprised it got a physical. I'm very surprised, actually. Hollow Knight. I am so excited to have this physically. I have wanted to play this game for so long. Every time I looked at buying this, I was like, the physical price, that's pretty expensive. Because, you know, physical copies are more expensive than digital games when it comes to indie games. And it was hard for me to bite the bullet knowing that this goes on sale for like $3 a lot on the eShop, and then I'm about to put a lot of money towards the physical. But with the gift card and the buy two get one free, I ended up getting this game for free. So I'm very happy to have that in the collection, and it is complete. It's got the manual, all that good stuff. So very, very, very happy to have this. It's funny because I ended up with Shovel Knight last year as my free game, and now I got Hollow Knight as my free game. And then the last game before we get into the limited run stuff is Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. I'm probably going to play this tonight. I was a big fan of the first Nickelodeon game. I actually did a video review on that. I thought it was good, and the game just kept getting better with the free updates that they added. This is supposed to be 20 times better. In fact, people that I trust that reviewed this pretty high. So I'm excited to play this. The roster is a little compared to the first game in my opinion, but at least we got my boy Jimmy Neutron into the game. Weirdly enough, we had a digital copy. Coleman might show an image of me holding that on the YouTube Shorts, but we returned that because this came out of nowhere on Amazon. They released it truly physically. Such a weird story behind this game. I would be interested to see if that ends up being rare. Alright, it's limited run time. Now, I am going to advertise one bit. We did do a limited run video. I would love for you guys to see that video if you haven't already, because I go through the whole story. You guys see my whole reaction, because I filmed myself picking up the games that I wanted. I really did something different there. So please check that out if you haven't already. I enjoyed filming it. I always enjoy going to the limited run store. The employees are great. The manager always remembers me now, so I think that's a good thing. So yeah, the limited run, I went a little crazy. I did buy one PlayStation thing, so we're going to show that off first, and then we'll get to the Switch stuff. Got Shenmue 3. Now, apparently Limited Run did the whole collector's edition of Shenmue 3 when the game released. And I haven't played Shenmue yet. I just bought the whole series. Coleman has told me I am going to love this series. And the reason why I bought this, Limited Run has a new part of the store where you have damaged stuff, and it gets higher and higher percentages off the longer it stays there. This was 60% off. And from my understanding, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just been opened. There's a little bit of damages to the box, but not too great. 60% off. I'm getting this for 40 bucks. And it's a cool box. It comes with everything inside. Like I said, 60% off. I had to have it. And yeah, I'm happy to have it, and planning on playing Shenmue soon. In fact, I might actually go ahead and pick it up on my Steam Deck. That way I can make sure I play the series. Like I said, there was another thing that I bought from the Damage Zone, that's what they call it, and this is one that I wanted to buy at the grand opening, but it was one of those items that one per person basically, where like actually they have one on there right there. This is a pink sticker. Anything that had a pink sticker at the grand opening, you were only allowed to buy one pink sticker item. It's considered like a hot item. So it was me and my mom. I got Jak and Daxter and Outlast 2. I really wanted this, but I couldn't get it. Never found the game ever again, and it is a little damaged. Not too bad. I mean, that's really not noticeable. I'm gonna open this up. I remember watching videos about Mighty Switch Force. Is that what this is called? I want to make sure I got it. Yeah, Mighty Switch Force. It's the collector's edition. I remember watching videos on this on the Nintendo 3DS on Nintendo Video. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Now, I'm not talking about Nintendo Minute, but there was this lady that came on once a week that gave you updates on upcoming 3DS titles and Wii U, Actually, I don't think Wii U was on there yet, but it was on there. They did videos every week, and they did a lot of 3DS highlights. This was a game they would highlight a lot, and I always wanted to play it because of that. I just never bought it. I bought other stuff for the 3DS when I got eShop cards. But very, very, very happy to have this right here. The Limited Run employees found this for me. They found the Jurassic Park collection. This is surprisingly very popular to get right now. I don't know if this is going to be coming to retail stores or not, because it's not a part of Limited Run's like true limited series where it's like the numbered games. So this might come to retail stores at some point, but they had that in the back and they're like, do you want it? I was like, yes. Knights and Bikes, I have seen this game everywhere that I go. I've tried to buy it multiple times, and I'm always like, I'm gonna wait till next Limited Run visit to pick up this game. And I finally picked it up today, at the last Limited Run visit. And I'm a fan of this art style. I think it looks really cool. I'm very interested to see what type of game this truly is. It might not be something that I like, but it looked fun to me. Bomb Chicken. This is one that I have always wanted to own. I remember seeing footage of this during the pandemic, actually. There was this channel that has now become such a huge channel, Double Jump Video Games. The owner had always talked about this game, and I had no idea that it got a physical, and Limited Run did it. And apparently, it's one of their older titles, which I thought was interesting. So, very happy to have that. Got this right here. This is... I know nothing about it. I saw it was a Devolver game that Limited Run helped make, so I was like, I have to have it. And it's actually truly a limited release. I just now noticed that there's only 2,000 copies of this right here, so that's kind of cool. Shady Part of Me. Now, this cover looks kind of weird in all honesty, but when I read the back of the game, that's kind of what made me interested in wanting to play this. This is basically you're trapped in a dream and you're doing puzzles to solve what the dream is and trying to get out of that dream. I thought that synopsis sounded pretty interesting and different gameplay style too. So I picked it up. I'm gonna give this one a try. I think it's gonna be a fun game. Skatebird. I had to have it because me and Coleman, for years and years and years, well, I say years and years, but since 2018, we had always made jokes about this game. Coleman's a big bird person. I mean, you might have seen Angel on this channel a few times. That's his bird. And he was excited for this game. And we always made jokes of it. He ended up playing it, and I think he said he didn't like it. But I thought it was interesting that it even got a physical copy. Very interesting. The Bunker. I actually am very, very, very excited to play this game. It's a horror game mixed with live action elements. After playing Alan Wake 2, seeing what you could do with live action elements in video games, I was just like, wow. I always thought that would be horrible, but it ended up working so well. And from what I've seen in the back, it reminds me of Alan Wake 2 a little bit with the live action elements of it. Except I think that's fully a live action game. It's a horror game, and it's probably going to be played during Halloween, although I really want to play it soon, so I might have to do it before Halloween. The Contra Collection. I felt like this was a big game to have in the collection considering it's Contra, and I'm very surprised that Limited Run did this release. I'm surprised that Konami did not want to release this in stores. Limited Run's done a lot of Konami games, which is still cool. I'm happy that Limited Run gets to do this type of stuff, but I'm very surprised that they didn't want to do this themselves to put it at all other retail stores, because I feel like the interest is there, but maybe this is saving them so much money having somebody else like Limited Run do the release. Gargoyles Remastered. I had always watched the cartoon. I never finished the cartoon, but I thought the cartoon was very interesting, and I had no idea there was a game. Apparently this game is like really, really good, so I picked it up. I'm going to plan on playing this soon. It's a platformer. I want to give this a try. It's probably going to be really good. We're going to find out together. Quake 2. This is also another title that I'm surprised that Limited Run gets their hands on. I would have thought that, you know, Xbox would have wanted to do the release on physically, but they didn't. Well, I guess, I don't know. I think the one that shocked me the most that Limited Run got to do was Doom Eternal. Very happy that they did it, because that was not going to get a physical release, but I'm just surprised that Bethesda and Xbox don't want to do certain releases. It really, really surprises me. I don't know, but Quake 2, that's probably going to be one of the last Bethesda titles that come in terms of physical format from the Switch and from Limited Run, because I think Limited Run's done pretty much everything now. So I don't expect anything else. That is everything that I bought this month. Now, I do want you guys to let me know. I am going to be going to a convention next month. I'm getting a lot of my video games signed at this convention. Do you guys want me to show that off? Because it's not necessarily a pickup, but it is adding on to a game, and it is kind of a pickup of getting signatures on a game. I want to know what you guys think. I'm probably going to do another one of these next month, showing that stuff off if you guys want to see it, because I am not going to have as many video games. I don't think. I hope not. Dear God, I have to save some money now. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys want to see that on this channel? Like, for example, Red Dead Redemption 2. Gonna get the cast. I actually already got the cast to sign that, but I kind of want to show it off, but I didn't know if it makes sense. If you guys want to see that stuff, let me know, because I'm gonna be getting a lot of signed games this year. And yeah, make sure to backslash that subscribe button, like the video, let me know what your guys' pickup was for the month, what my favorite, or what was your favorite pickup from my pickups, your favorite pickup from your pickups, and all your pickups in the comments down below. Make sure to check out everything in the description below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.